All right, then, let's take on our next story. Don't forget, what we do here is to give context to issues as they come. Now, the Kogi state government has confirmed that a coordinated security operation involving the Nigerian military, the Nigeria police, the state vigilante service, and local hunters foiled a terrorist attack in Ikoyi, Ijumu, local government area of the state. You have Ikoyi there in Ijumu? Okay. You have Ikoyi there too?
Yes. Okay. Ikoyi is in Osun State too.
Ah, yes. Now I know. Not in Akwa Ibom yet. Okay, the attack occurred at about 7 p.m. on Saturday when armed bandits stormed a gathering in the community with the intention of abducting residents and creating widespread panic. Now, several of the attackers sustained gunshot wounds during the exchange of fire before fleeing the area. We're living in perilous times too. But when security forces are gaining in the we must
foiling them.
Yeah.
A whole lot of attacks have been foiled, surprisingly, and it's so unfortunate that if there's 1 out of 15, people focus on that one because every life counts.
Yeah.
We are not dismissing that fact, but we must always celebrate. I remember having that conversation with the former IG of police, and he said, but what is the problem? We are foiling a whole lot of attacks. We are protecting a whole lot of people. Why are people not seeing it? I said, our job is to report it. Yeah. Probably you need to also come on air and also mention those things. It can be discouraging for someone or for some people who are doing all their best to protect lives, and when there is a failure or some kind of failed attempts to prevent that kind of attack, people focus on that. I'm not dismissing the genuineness of people that are affected, but let us celebrate this. I would not even call it little gains. Let us celebrate these gains, and let us also commend the people who are also proactive. We are seeing a collaboration between the local vigilantes, and the security operatives, and that's one of the things. I don't know when that video was produced. I listened to the DG of DSS mentioning that one of the ways where this thing can be stopped is when the locals, the residents themselves, are not just sleeping. They are taking necessary steps. They are getting guided, getting guided by the security operatives so that they don't just take laws into their hands. The security operatives are ready to assist the people. They are ready to act on intelligence that is coming from the locals. And I think that's what played out here. So this is just to say that by the time every one of us, becomes alert, like these people in Kogi State, trust me, terrorism is something that can be brought very, very low. I don't know whether it can be eliminated, but at least we must make terrorism very, very unpopular in this country.
BK, after the terrorists struck America on 9/11, if you remember, it took 10 long years before they got the our enemy number one down. So the war on terror is not.
No, it's a marathon.
It's a marathon race, not a dash.
Yes, and terrorism has not even stopped in America. Terrorism has not stopped in the in Israel, in spite of the brilliance of the Israelis when it comes to defending the homeland.
Oh yeah,
they are surrounded by enemies, but they do a fantastic job of defending their homeland with technology, with intelligence, assets, and all that. But it still hasn't put an end to it, as we saw with the October 7 attack, where terror was brought to the heartland of Israel. But the Israelis responded with even disproportionate aggression. That's what they were, because the Israelis have killed more than 50,000 people on the other side. A lot of them innocent people. That's why L.G.A said, unfortunately, in all wars, those who die are those who do not deserve to die, because there's no way you won't have collateral damage. Especially when you are responding angrily to aggression. You will kill innocent people. So in this case, this community is barely even 14 kilometers to my hometown. So I always tell people that, look, this thing can get even to my people if we are not vigilant. Traditional rulers are allowing all kinds of people to come and settle in their community because some of them are given small money. They don't know what they are bringing onto themselves. People need to be profiled. You must profile them. You must know who they are. The Southwest especially now, because these people think that they can come to the Southwest and do what they've been doing in the Northwest.
And go
the Southwest must unleash all of what it has to ensure that this terror is defeated. In this case, in Kogi, we saw the beauty of collaboration. There are people who look at Governor Ododo and think, oh, he's a weakling. That is the biggest mistake anybody can make.
Okay.
Because Ododo was part of the security architecture that Yabelo built.
Okay.
Yabelo had courage in terms of dealing with this kind of people. Yabelo will sometimes even accompany the security operatives to the den. Yes, to the den of a terrorist. So he was that kind of person. He took no nonsense. And it's the same thing that Ododo is doing. The markets where they sell stuff to them are being raided. The markets where they buy drugs. I have a video now where they raided the market where these people buy drugs. The motor parks where they settle in, where they are dropped, all of those areas are being given attention. There is zero tolerance. What the governor has done that I expect when I said some of the Southwest governors are not doing well. What Ododo has done is to put the hunters on the payroll of the state and ensure that their job is also pensionable.
Okay.
So those hunters will be able to give their best. They won't see themselves as expendable commodities. So this is what he has done. And when this happened, the hunters were the first to be deployed. And they dealt a decisive blow on these good-for-nothing people who went to Ikoyi. Then the armed forces, the police, the army, they also joined. Those boys are the only ones who can tell the story. The ones who are lucky amongst them, they are the ones who can tell the story. But Kogi has sent a clear message by what happened that the activities are not going to be tolerated in this area. And I feel confident because there's improvement in Kogi in terms of addressing the security problem. People, the only thing is that is only the negativity that people are focused on. They don't talk about when our soldiers put their lives on the line and rescue people. They don't talk about it. Even when you talk about it, they will be abusing you. Oh, he's a Tinubu person. He's a PC journalist. You know, the way people, the level of dumbness on social media, you cannot even quantify it. People are risking their lives, but you don't give them credit. The only thing look at what happened in Ibadan. They are saying, oh, it's mere drama. They are saying they paid ransom. Meanwhile, there's video out there about how they stormed the building because it was urban kidnapping.
Mere drama, and people were killed.
You know, they expect that, okay, why have they not rescued those children in the bush? But it's different. This one is urban terrorism. They can't take those people outside of the city. They have to keep them inside a house. And the police in Abuja have tracking devices that will locate, you will geolocate the particular building. And once they got that, they brought in one of the IG brought in one of the super cops that we have in our country today. They brought him in. That guy had worked in Oshun before. They brought him in. He led the operation. And then they dealt decisively with those guys and rescued those people. Now they are saying, oh, they paid ransom.
Can you imagine?
And the video is out of how they did the thing. One of them even fell from the ceiling. I think it was hiding in the ceiling.
It's Netflix.
You took a ransom, yet the kidnappers were killed. So
even if ransom was paid, which was not the case, nobody paid ransom. It's not all the time they pay ransom. The governor of Kogi State secured the release of university students who were kidnapped, and they didn't pay 1 naira ransom. They had those boys surrounded. Those boys angrily now killed about 4 of the students. But they too eventually paid with their lives. It's not every time that people are rescued that ransom is paid.
When BKO referred to President Trump in the Middle East, let me go back there. President Trump has vowed that Iran would not produce a nuclear weapon. And you know, it explains the ongoing shooting war there. So terrorism is not, as we agreed, not a dash. It is a marathon.
Yes.
Sometimes almost takes your breath away.
It is, and the emotion is expected. It's just that we need to be guided in our emotion, you know, when we're dealing with this. Because the first thing that came to my mind when that kind of cynicism came up during the rescue yesterday, I was asking that, can you just imagine you are the parent of these 2 boys? You know, have you just imagined for once? So they deserve to die because the government is still chasing. Are they aware that even we've lost some of these people who have the security officials, why still trying to rescue these Oyo people? Are they not aware the difficulty in the negotiation and some of those things they are demanding for? So what we're saying is we can only rally against terrorism. We need to stay united. This is not time for politics. Let's put the lives in focus. It's not time for
cynicism.
It's not time. Let's stop all this. And it's like we don't learn from history. That's the painful
I think
thing.
you see the thing is, people hate a government. People hate the president. And because of that, they don't want positive things to happen.
To come out
And when positive things happen, they start shouting like deranged people. But as a country, we should be happy when good things happen.
That's it.
Because you know, even you, that you want a reign of terror to continue because you think it will the market, the government that you don't like. You can be a victim one day.
Exactly.
Because the tragedy of war, in this case terrorism, is that it uses man's best to do man's worst. So the cynics...
You can be the victim.
Let the cynics lack the guts to tell us the Oyo thing, regarding the former minister was state managed.
They are now saying, oh, it's only the poor it's only the poor that suffered. Okay, the general in Katsina, a former spokesman of the army, who is still in their hands.
And the wife.
By any stretch of the imagination, is he a poor man?
Okay.
They don't reason. So is that one a poor man? Why has he not been rescued? Do you know how many rich people?
That even the former president Buhari suffered, almost got killed by this terrorists.
Yes.
Before even
in convoy, they attacked this convoy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Traditional rulers have been kidnapped.
Have been killed.
Even some will die in custody.
That's true.
The thing is, if they have done well, give them credit. If you cannot give them credit, if you don't want to give them credit, why don't you just button up your lips? You know? Why don't you just how can you just be excited about evil things? They don't post those things when they happen. They will go to another person's world, as they usually do to me, and go and be posting negativities over there. The ones that I can block, I will block. Some of them will change. Some of them will post when they know I'm sleeping, as a way of escaping. Once I wake up, I see it, I'm going to you to block you. We don't need people like that.
We must not fail to
You must love your country.
Yeah, but it is part of our business to make money. So we'll go on a commercial break, regardless of what is in
Yes, whatever they like.
We'll go on a commercial break. We should be back
very
very shortly. Yeah.